we talked about yesterday that the eyes, where they go, and we talked about the size placement. We did the 5 eye widths and we left the 2 behind, and we're halfway down on the head. So today what you're going to be working on is you're going to work on the parts that actually make up the eye. So right now on your paper, in each spot for your eye, you should have it kind of like a deflated football shape or an almond shape. This is the basic rough shape of an eye, but you're going to refine that shape. So watch me as I go through some of the basic parts, and then you're going to use your mirrors and your own face to decide which parts need to be customized for your eyes. So this basic shape is close to what I'm going to have. You're going to notice in your actual eyes, you're going to have kind of a tear duct shape on the inside of the eye, and on the outside you have even like kind of a small version of that on the other side too. You may need to refine the shape of the bottom of the eye. Some people's eyes are wide open, but some people have more of a closed shape to their eye. If you fix it first and then go back and kind of erase the parts that you don't want to have there. Also, little things like you have an eyelid crease above your eye. It usually doesn't quite touch on the outside edges, but it's going to kind of get thicker towards the middle, and then it's going to come closer again on the end. On the inside of the eye, you're going to have, at the top you have a kind of a double line that is the end of the eyelid. This is the area where the eyelashes grow out from. They actually grow out from the tip of your eyelid, and when you look at them in the mirror really close, you'll be able to see it's like a little ridge of skin there. The top eyelid and the bottom eyelid, at least one of them touches the iris of the eye. That is the colored part that surrounds the pupil of the eye. Now my eyes, they touch completely, they overlap a little at the top, and then my bottom comes down, almost touches the bottom opening of the eye. If you were to leave white open all the way around the iris, you would look really bug-eyed, and most people, you can't see that much of the white of their eyes at the top and the bottom. Some people, like mine, it kind of overlaps more on the top. Some people more on the bottom. So you'll really have to look at the mirror to figure out where yours overlaps at. The next thing you'll notice is you have a pupil in the center of your eye. This is actually an opening inside the eye that allows light to pass through. It's black because there isn't light being bounced off through there. The size of your pupil will depend on the light in the room. When the lighting is low, your eye is going to need more light to be able to see, so it opens up. When the lighting is really bright, it doesn't need quite so much, and it kind of closes up, kind of like a drawstring. On the surface of the eye, you have a clear lid, or you have a clear lens over the front of your eye. This covers up the front part of your eye, and it actually has like a clear skin that grows over that. You use your body's natural moisture to keep that lubricated. That moisture actually reflects light, and you will see little highlights on the eye. And they're in the same spot on both the right and the left eye. But they're really important that you include them because it will change the whole look of your drawing. Whether it's a person or an animal, they look more alive when you have those highlights in there. The pupil itself is going to be the darkest spot on the eye. It will be black, and it'll get shaded in completely. But the area around the pupil, the iris, is usually darkest around the outside edge. Everybody's is slightly different. And you're going to notice too that the iris has a pattern to it. It's unique to you, just like your fingerprint is. And oftentimes people have birthmarks inside the iris of the eye, which are areas where they may have a break in the pattern, they may have a different color. You may have a little patch of a secondary color in there. But you'll notice kind of a line textured pattern inside the iris of the eye. The lighter your eyes, the more defined and the easier it is to see this pattern. And it's usually darker than the color of your eye itself. So you'll have to look at your eyes, and if you have color patches of other colors, you're going to want to outline those and include them. You may have small patches in the eye itself. Around the outside, you'll notice that the inside, where the eyeball comes into the corner where the tear duct is, you actually have a rounded edge to the eyeball itself. You have eyelashes that come out from your eyelid. Because they're coming towards the viewer, towards the inside of the eye, they're kind of shorter, and they get even shorter as they come towards the middle, and then they start to get longer towards the outside corner. You'll also notice that your eyelashes are not made up of a bunch of sticks that are straight. They're actually made up of eyelashes that curve and are in varying lengths of growth. They look the longest along the outside edge, not because those are longer, but because the angle you're viewing them from.
Wait, why do we even have eyelashes?
They help protect the eye itself. They're actually, everything like your eyebrows, your eyelashes are meant to actually protect the eye itself from debris or anything else, because we as creatures don't regenerate body parts. So if you would damage your eyes, that's kind of a done deal. This is your goal today, is to get to this point. You're gonna do your left and right eye. Now, the one part that is not a mirror image, is not symmetrical, is this highlight. These highlight marks where the white light hits your eye and bounces off the reflections, those are gonna be the exact same spot on both eyes, regardless of which side it's on. Okay? Thank you.